Hello ladies and gentlemen, whoever's watching. So I've been thinking about something for a while now, and I thought I'll make this video because this has been bugging me for a while, and I thought I might just ask your opinion to see how you see these things, and comment please and let me know what your experience with these things are. So I did a blog probably about a week ago on what I stand for, and within that blog I mentioned that I have a very small circle of friends, and very small for me means 7 or 8 people probably, who I'm very close to, and we talk nearly every day. And I also mentioned that these people, the majority of these ladies, are actually single. They are around my age, maybe a little bit younger, and some are a little bit older, but most of them can't find the person to settle down with. Isn't this interesting? So I was thinking, truth is, you think that it's easier to date when you're older, but that's not the case. It's a lot easier when you're younger. It becomes a lot harder when you become, I guess, over 35, 40, even 45, that becomes nearly impossible. And I will tell you some stories so you know what I'm talking about. But the truth is, it's really, really difficult to go and put yourself out there, and even just to date, even just to go out and have a good time with somebody. So this got me thinking, why is this? These ladies who are my close friends and we talk all the time and they put themselves out there, they have so much to offer. They have a lot to offer, and still the majority of them encounter some really serious douchebags. So out of all my close friends, there's 2 of us who are happily married, myself and one of my closest friends who actually used to be my boss. And we both feel extremely lucky that we found the person we settled down with, and we both feel extremely happy. But for the rest of my friends, they really struggle. So I'm going to tell you some stories, and I want to know if you ever encountered anything like this. And if you have, please comment and let me know what happened to you, and I might do a segment on this video. So anybody who's been wondering about my accent, let me tell you that English is not my first language and not even my second. So please bear with me. So let me tell you about this friend of mine. Obviously we're going to do this without names, but I will tell you the story. So I've known her for quite a few years now. We used to work together at a company, and we hit it off straight away. She's older than me, and she's extremely established. What I mean is that she owns a property that worth millions of dollars. She's got 2 investment properties. She's still in the workforce because she wants to be. And truth is, she's an amazing lady. She's extremely smart. She's in executive management position. She looks extremely good for her age, and she's got a lot to offer. Now, she's been dating this guy on and off for a couple of years, and it got to a point that this guy is now ghosting her. Now, let me put this out there. She has everything to offer. He has next to nothing besides his company. The guy is a manual laborer with no savings, no property, no house, nothing. But it didn't bother her. Literally the only thing she wanted was his company. And probably the last couple of months, he's been ghosting her. Literally no answer to any messages. If they encounter somewhere, he literally turns around and leaves. I don't understand this. Like, please someone explain this to me. If you don't want to be with somebody, or something happened, or you met somebody else, wouldn't you say so? I mean, this lady sent him messages and said, look, what's going on? Do you want to catch up? Do you want to talk? And nothing, just crickets. So I don't get it, because she's given up now, but some women won't, and some women gonna keep going. So wouldn't it be best if you just make it clear that you're not interested and you don't want to see someone anymore? Obviously this guy is not doing it, which is very strange, but I just don't understand this issue when men can't be straightforward. And I know women do that too. There are some women who can't be straightforward with their partner or someone they're dating, but this is just very strange when you have nothing to offer and then you have somebody who has everything to offer and you just ghost her. I think it's pretty low, but let me know what you think. Let me tell you about another friend of mine. She lives in a different country. but we're quite close and we talk a lot. Probably once a week we have a chat. She's again a little bit older than me, and she has been married before. Her husband unfortunately passed away quite a while back, so she wasn't into dating, but she did meet this one guy who they get along really well. Again, same story. She was the one with everything to offer, and he ended up moving in with her. They lived together for quite a few years. She did tell me that towards the end wasn't perfect, but at one point they went on a holiday to Thailand. Now, unfortunately, during that holiday there was an accident and he passed away. So besides grieving and dealing with all that, she had to deal with getting the body home, getting the body prepared, funeral, everything like that. And she did everything with dealing with that with grief as well. So when all that happened, she went through his things, obviously, and packed up his things at home, and found his diary. Now, I don't know any man who write a diary, but he did. And within the diary, he detailed of all the other relationships that he had while he was living with her. I mean, again, please someone explain this to me, because this is beyond me. This is a lady who's amazing. I've known her probably 45 years, like a really, really long time. I was a child when I met her. She's one of those people who has got everything going for her. She owns her own house. She's not exactly on the poor side. She's very sporty. She's very good looking. She's a lot of fun. And I just don't get it. I don't understand this. So please someone tell me what is going on here. Okay, let's talk about another friend of mine. She's younger than me, and she's a stunning lady. I used to work with her as well, and her difficulties, I guess, come from that she's extremely good looking. This is a lady who looks after herself. She is stunning. She's tall. She's thin. She presented herself every morning to work impeccable. Like, she looked amazing. Her hair done, makeup perfection, everything. And she got a lot of hate for that. Verbally, people didn't even bother to hide it that they dislike her, because she's such an amazing lady. It was, again, beyond me. And she's recently separated, and again, she's having quite a difficulty, because a lot of people probably assume that she might not be a nice person because she's such a good looking. They think that she's got a big ego, that she has problems, and this couldn't be further from the truth. I really don't understand people who judge on looks. You can't judge on looks. This lady is amazing. She's beautiful inside and out. And again, she's in management position. She's got everything going for her, and these things just happen beyond me. The next lady I'm going to tell you about is one of my closest friends. We've known each other for about 22, 23 years. And we have been very close. And she has been married. She's been married for a long time. She's been with her husband for maybe 20 years, married about 17 or 18 years. And her marriage broke up. Nothing to do with her. Her husband changed his mind on something that they agreed on, and they lived their life as such for 20 years. And after 20 years, he changed his mind. And that obviously broke them apart. But since they broke up, she's done really well. She's got her own apartment. She's a beautiful lady. She's got a great job. She's very outgoing. She's very fun-loving. And, I love talking to her. And she had the worst of luck dating. I just don't understand this. She's got everything going for her. She's stunning. She's got everything to offer. She's got no children. So, there's nothing there that would stop anybody seeing her. And the longest relationship I believe she had was about 6 months. And this guy basically turned around and left her for his ex, who he said will never go back to because, they were arguing all the time. Again, she had everything to offer. He had nothing. He had 3 children, very small, so he will be paying child support forever. And she will be able to, she'll be the one, sorry, I've been talking all day. She'll be the one bringing everything to the relationship, and he again can only offer his company, and that would have been enough for her, but obviously not for him. She has guys who she dates who ask about why her marriage broke up, and then when she tells them, they turn around and say, I can't date you, you talk about your ex all the time. You ask what was going on. I mean, you know, if she doesn't say anything, then they're gonna say she's hiding something. If she tells the story, then they say she talks about her ex too much. This is crazy. And to top it all off, this is the cherry on the cake. I just got a message from her last night. I'm going to put the message up here so you can see exactly what she said. She had a date. She went on this date. They went to a bar or a club, and he bought her a drink, and then she turned around and he was gone. And she messaged him, and he basically said, not gonna work, sorry, I'm gone. Left her there without telling this to her face. I mean, I'm going to use the word chicken shit, because how much of a chicken shit of a person you are, you're going out with someone and you can't even tell them on the first date that, look, this is not going to happen. Like, you know, we're just not clicking. You're not it for me. And this lady, she would have respected that. She would have said, okay, no problems. I understand. Good luck to you. You know, she's the bigger person. She wouldn't have made a deal out of it. But to do this, it's absolutely unbelievable. I got 2 more to go, so please bear with me. This friend of mine, again, she's one of my closest friends. She has been in a long-term relationship that broke up. She dated a couple of guys afterwards. Some of them were half decent, you know. I met a lot of them. But then probably the last month or so, she dated a guy who she actually really liked, and it turned out the guy was married. What are you doing? When she asked him about it, he said, yeah. Is it a problem? Well, guess what? It is. It is a problem. Then there was a guy who invited her to a holiday house, and there were no expectations of anything. And she said, look, I can't tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to go. I'm going to try to have a good time. And that's what I said to her to do. So she went. And it was a nice time they had, she reckons, until the next morning, when he turned around and said, well, you can pay for the food because you didn't sleep with me. So that was conditional for her sleeping with him if he's going to pay for her food. I mean, are you insane? That was never discussed, that there's a condition of you coming and spending a day and a night in my holiday house. What kind of a person does that? I mean, we're talking about a meal. Be the bigger person, and it doesn't matter what you were expecting, just pay for the meal. It's not a big deal. Obviously, afterwards, she'll never see you again. Even if there would have been any chance that she will sleep with you, she never will after this, because how you acted. I mean, who does that? That is just absolutely crazy. Another friend of mine who we're very close with, there's not much I can say about her because she's not even dating anymore. Like, she's literally given up. This is again a lady in executive management position, owns her own house, amazing, beautiful inside and out, lots of fun, and she's not dating. She's just not even looking for anybody because she said there's nothing out there that would interest me, and that's really, really sad. So I wanted to tell you about the worst date I have ever had in my life, and honestly, this just takes the cake. There's nothing worse than this. So I have been married before, and I've been married for nearly 18 years, and then I was single for about 2 years, 2 to 3 years maybe, and then I married my second husband. And between those years in between, I wasn't gonna date because I just wasn't interested. I was just trying to get my life back on track, and no interest in dating. But I had a friend of mine who was a teacher at a language school, so she was teaching all foreign people who came to Australia to learn English. And she said, oh, we got this guy and I think you'd really hit it off. And I was like, look, I'm not interested in dating, just, drop it. And she kept bringing it up and saying, look, he's Brazilian, he's a really nice guy, he's a bit younger than you, but, he's lovely, and this is his picture. And I looked at his picture and he looked okay, but I just wasn't interested. And then she did the unthinkable, which is really, really not okay. She gave the guy my phone number without asking me. That's not okay. But it happened, so okay. And the guy texted me and said, look, just give me a chance, just meet me and let's just have a drink or a meal together. And I thought, okay, it's a Friday night, I'll just get out. I'll literally just get out of the house and have a meal. And I picked a restaurant that was close by to me, so in case it doesn't work out, I can have a quick escape and go. So I asked him what he likes to drink, and that was the first red flag. He said, I'll drink anything. And I'm like, hang on a second, no one drinks anything. Just like, what do you like? Do you like beer? Do you like wine? Do you like champagne? Do you like a mix? What do you... No, I can drink everything. I'm like, okay. So I made a booking in this restaurant and I made sure that I'm early because I didn't want to be able to find him. I thought he can find me when he gets here. So I go there, ordered a bottle of champagne. He drinks anything, that's fine. I like champagne and wine. And he got there and first of all, he walked in and he put his hand like this in my eye. That's like 2-year-olds do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I had makeup on and he just went and smudged my makeup. And I was like, oof, have a seat. And then he looked nothing like his picture, like absolutely nothing like his picture. And that's, you know, that's another major red flag. I thought, okay, that's fine. Let's have a chat, you know. At least I asked about Brazil. I've never been to Brazil. This is going to be an interesting conversation. I poured him a drink. I poured myself a drink. And I thought, okay, do you want to order some food? And he said, actually, I'm not hungry. I'm like, hang on a second. We agreed that we're going to come here for dinner. And now you're telling me you're not hungry? Okay. I said, at this stage, I didn't care. So I thought, that's fine. I'll order my own meal. So I ordered some prawns. And the meal comes out and he says, do you mind? And he starts eating my food. And I'm like, why didn't you order your own food? Like, don't eat. He literally ate my food. And I hate that. First of all, if I don't know you, you don't take things off my plate. We're not in that situation that you can actually just eat my meal. So he ate my meal. And then at this stage, I was so ready to go and I was going to bail. So I said, look, I have to go. I have to get up the next day. Not true, but, you know. Left. And then I said, where's your car? And he said, oh, no, I took the bus. Okay. He goes, where's your car? I said, right there. He goes, okay, can we sit in your car a bit? I said, no. I'm going straight home. He goes, oh, come on. Just let's sit in your car. Why don't we go back to your house and we watch a movie? No. At this stage, I was running as fast as I could. So I think, yeah, probably some ladies could come up with some worse dates. But this was definitely one of the really, really, really bad ones. Okay, so what I wanted to say with all this, that I know that this is not all men, okay? I know that there are women like this. I know that some women are impossible today. There are some real lazy ones who won't do anything, who just won't even lift a finger. And I'm not surprised that those men are running from these women too, okay? Totally understandable. But these stories that I just told you, are we asking too much? I don't know. Like, tell me, is it too much to ask that you don't ask anybody to sleep with them on the first day just to pay for their meal? Is it too much to tell someone up front if you don't like them straight away on a blind date and you can just go, look, this was nice, but it didn't work out? I just don't understand why these men are out there and thinking this is okay to do. I mean, I always say, look, it's better to be single than be in the wrong relationship. But I also know that when you get over the age of 35, 40, it gets a lot harder. It gets a lot harder than being in your 20s. And I know that. So I'd be really curious. Please give me some stories if any horror stories like this happen to you, because I would love to know. So please like and comment. And I will do a segment and I'll tell you what I heard from people and any other stories like this. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment. That's it. And a Bambi.